So here we are in Kenosha. Just got done visiting Bob Russell, famous Cardinal mechanic. Fixed my bad ignition switch.
Kenosha Airport information, Juliet 1953 Zulu weather, wind 090 at 8, visibility 10, skies clear, temperature 25, dew point 17, altimeter 2979er. Visual approaches in use, landing and departing, runway 7 right. NOTAMs, runway 7 left, and taxiway Alpha are closed until further notice. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Juliet.
Afternoon ground, Cardinal 7 Kilo Pop at Aviation Plus, taxi for VFR Southwest, Heavy Juliet.
7 Kilo Papa, Kenosha ground, runway 7 right, taxi via Echo 1.
Echo to 7 right, 7 Kilo Pop. Not too far to go. Okay, they worked on the plane, so let's double check trims. Do our quick check of things here, all good, all normal, lights are on. Open fuel's on. Gonna make it both. Voltage looks right. 13.9. Get my sunglasses on here. A quick run up. Both ignition systems are working, and I confirmed that it actually shuts off as well. Props working, all rich, notch of flaps, circuit breakers are all in, lights are good. Over to tower. Kenosha Tower, Cardinal 7 Kilo Pop at 7 right, ready to go, southwest.
Cardinal 7 Kilo Papa, Kenosha Tower, you can make a right turn southwest, runway 7 right, set for takeoff.
Go ahead to go, right turn, 7 Kilo Pop. Okay, last check, gear down, full, notch of flaps. Look for traffic. Like the wind's right down the runway, seatbelt's tight. Touch your brakes, gear up. Trim down.
Airport 5, cross 7 right down, Bravo.
Cross runway 7 right at Bravo, Airport 5, thank you.
Got a pretty good look at the lakeshore over there. Pick up our flaps. Right turn. RPM down to 2500. Mixture down to cruise climb. Could do a little more than that.
Airport 5, cross 15, Bravo 2.
Cross 15 at Bravo 2, Airport 5, thank you.
Went up on our heading. Overdid a little bit, actually. Direct, enter. Go to autopilot. Nav. Let's do just for fun 2400. Go vertical speed. It auto defaulted to 500, but let's keep it at 200. Well, let's go 3. Now we can lean a bit more here, probably. Yeah, that feels right. Temps are good. Close the cowl flaps. Feel little puffy clouds. Nothing too exciting out there. Back to Mac mode. Turn on our weather. Regional weather's on here. This wind barb agrees. My true airspeed right now is 150, 151 knots, 149 knots. Comes and goes. Wow. As soon as I looked at it, it went down to 146. Just a little bit of rise and fall. It's going to speed up now. Just felt the nose push over. Well, got 150 anyway. Comes and goes in the bumps like that. Well, that's interesting. I was just turning off the camera when there was an alarm, and kind of almost not thinking. I went ahead and turned the camera off because I thought, well, I'm going to deal with that alarm. What it was the famous Aspen Max hot reboot. So we just got to watch it there, and I apologize that the camera was away for about 10 seconds in the middle of it. It came back pretty quick. I had an alert that said heading lost, and my autopilot disconnected. So now the question is, I'm going right by my avionics shop. Should I stop by? I don't think so. I'll just interrupt him, and it's virus days. Well, we're a minute and a half away here, 4.5 miles. Start pulling power a little bit. Maybe a little bit to the left of the course, so we'll join a crosswind. We're at pilot altitude now. Nice to hit the crosswind at first notch of flap speed, maybe gear speed. So you don't have to circle around and
turning to
slow
left
down.
downwind to runway 18, cloud traffic.
Casa de Aero, 7 kilo pop, turning right downwind, 09, full stop, Casa de Aero.
30433, turning base runway 27.
So we're beam 9, pull the power, hit the flaps, start on down. 78, 80 knots. Go for about the 45, we got a little bit of wind out
500.
a little bit of wind out of the east, so we'll turn right about here. Over the sod farm, looks like they're out mowing. Seems like they'd always be out mowing, wouldn't they? Casa de Aero, 7 kilo pop, right base to final, 09. Two notches, got a green, got a wheel, got a nose wheel, according to the mirror, 75 knots. And I think they might have had a little onshore wind there, because the wind here is actually more northwest. So I'm landing downwind now, turns out a little bit. Not doing it either too well either. Too much ground speed. Too much everything speed, probably. So that's interesting. That's an example of making assumptions about regional weather. Kenosha is right on the water, so there's an onshore flow from off of Lake Michigan when the thermals are running. Flew a little ways west, away from it, and as luck would have it, my wind tee, our wind tee, is in my hangar, by my hangar, ready to be painted. So we don't have a wind tee, and really the only way to know was when I got on pretty short final there, there's a windsock that I can see there. So I could have very cleverly flown right over the top and confirmed the wind direction. Probably would have been a smart thing to do. As you see, I don't know if you can see this one up here, this wind tee is a little bit tattered. Looks like it's straight north here, according to that one. And there's also effects locally by the trees and by the hangars, and you know, so all those windsocks lie just a little bit by their own local effects. I have a pretty good flag over on that side. I could have looked at that one too. All right, well, see, not every flight is perfect. Gives us room for improvement. Not completely bad, is it? So it's a lovely day. I think it's probably a good day to mow. Glad to see my sprinkler turned off. I left the sprinkler running this morning with an automatic shutoff when it crawled to the end of the hose, and it looks like it did. My wife's home. I'm sure she would have caught it if it had run away. And there's that wind tee. I landed perfectly according to the wind tee, the way it's sitting. Okay, so the whole purpose for this trip was to fix the ignition switch. So I'm going to just prove that that works by turning it off with the ignition switch. So here we go. Ordinarily you turn it off with the mixture, but now I know that the ignition switch works, and that's a good thing. Thanks for riding along. Talk to you in the next one.